In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to show you 3 impossibly stunning websites. See if you can find out what they all have in common, aside being stunning, of course. So, were you able to figure it out? It's all right, I'll tell you. The answer is consistency. Every part of those websites feels like an extension of the whole. The typography, the icons and shapes. Everything feels intentional and well thought out.
Shak, isn't that sort of like doing more, not less?
No, Patrick, it's not. Because all they had to do was come up with a single idea for the visual direction of the entire website. That direction then informs every part of the website, so they don't have to come up with different ideas for each page. Now, that is the key to making user interfaces so addictive your users can't look away. But to be fair, that is sort of easier said than done. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do it. Let's do it. Act 1, finding a great idea. In order to come up with a great idea, you have to know what great ideas look like. That said, great ideas don't grow on trees, but they do grow on the Pinterest and awards websites. So, in search of the great idea, we go on a witch hunt on Pinterest and awards. And what I've found that works for me when looking for inspiration and ideas like this is, instead of limiting my search to the niche or industry of the website I'm building, I expand that search to include addictive websites from any industry. When doing this, what I'm looking for is cohesiveness and consistency. Websites that feel like a single idea, where the typography, the icons and shapes all feel like an extension of the whole. And once you have 5, sometimes 10 of those, it's time for Act 2, creating the visual direction. Before we get to that though, if this has been helpful to you so far and you feel inspired to help me out as well, first, you're very kind. Second, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. Now, the next step is to go through the inspiration sources and identify their visual direction and how that informs their use of typography, shapes, and icons. The reason I've repeated these 3 items so much in this video is because they're really all it takes to build the visual direction. When a website uses a serif font as the dominant font on the website, the icons and shapes are more likely to have sharp edges. And the opposite is true for websites that use sans serif font as the dominant font on the website. So by now, you should already have a feel for what vibe you'd like to go for. And if you don't, just repeat the process, Patrick. What you want to then do is start creating the icons, choosing the typography, and deciding what sort of shapes would be used on your website for the containers and buttons and lines. You decide whether the shapes would be stretch edged, cut edged, fully rounded, or mid-rounded. And once you have those 3 components down, the hard part is done. Now it's time for Act 3, creating a UI so addictive your users can't look away. If you spent adequate time on the first 2 parts, then this part should come relatively easily because you already know what vibe and feel you're going for. So it's easy to spot outliers on the layouts and get rid of them, so you have that cohesive and consistent look. And what I do that helps with this step is to first design the navbar. And once I have that in line with my visual direction, I then check the rest of the layouts against that navbar to make sure they all look like family. All right, so if you found this video helpful and you are not yet subscribed, first, shame on you. Shame on you. Second, please subscribe and hit the like button. See you in the next one.